Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to Finance Current Affairs session. In today's session, we are going to discuss two very important news articles of finance. The first news article is regarding the positive pay system, which is a very important concept that has been released by the Reserve Bank of India. The second news article is regarding the Reserve Bank of India, the RBI's governor Shaktikanta Das, who has laid the foundation stone for the new data center and the new cybersecurity training institute. So we are going to discuss these both very important news articles from the exams point of view, and let me tell you that direct questions can come from these news articles. But before starting with these very important news articles, there is a big announcement from EduTap that we have brought for you the comprehensive guide for RBI, NABARD and SEBI, so that through a single guidebook you can get all your common queries answered. Even if you want to know about the examination, that what is the pattern of the exam, what are the previous year cutoff of the exam, what is the syllabus for the exam. Even if you want to know about the preparation, what should be the sources for the preparation, what should be the strategy for the preparation. Even if you want to know about the organization, that what this organization is all about. So all these common queries can be easily answered through this single guidebook. You do not have to visit different links, you do not have to visit different websites, okay? And this is made absolutely free of cost to save your time, to save your efforts, and you can easily download this guidebook. The link is provided in the description box below. So do download these guidebooks, okay? They are going to help you a lot in understanding about the examination and the preparation. So now coming to our today's topic, that is regarding the positive pay system. So what the news article is all about, first of all that. So the Punjab National Bank has made the PPS, that is the positive pay system, mandatory for the check payments over rupees 5 lakh and above. That is, if you are making the check payment of rupees 5 lakh or above, you have to go through the positive pay system. So what this system is all about, let's understand that first. So the positive pay system is for the check truncation system that was released by the Reserve Bank of India, that was introduced by Reserve Bank of India on September 25th, 2020. Okay, so here first we need to understand this check truncation system. Then only we will be able to understand the PPS. So what was happening before was that, let's say that I am Kritika and you are, let's say, person Y. Okay, so I have the account in SDFC Bank and you have the account in PNB Bank. Now I am providing you the check of rupees 3 lakh. So what you will do, you will go to your bank and you will say that, okay, this is the check, and you will fill the form and you will provide the check to your bank. Now the bank will take this check and the bank would physically send this check to the other bank, that is SDFC Bank. Now the SDFC Bank will get this check physically, and then physically the check will be checked, then the money will be transferred to your account. Okay, so what is happening, that the physical transfer of the check is happening, that is quite troublesome, we can say, that is quite haphazard, as well as the settlement will happen quite after a lot of time. So like a few days will be taken in this complete procedure, because the check is being transferred physically, it is being checked physically. So this was the system that was happening. Then around 2008, the RBI brought the system of CTS, that is the check truncation system, that is also known as the image-based check transferring system. Okay, so here what started to happen, so let me clear this off. So I hope you understood that before what was happening, that the checks were being transferred to the other bank in the physical format, and then the money was being transferred. Okay. So now what will happen, that under the CTS that was introduced in around 2008, that I am again Kritika. I am from the SDFC Bank account. Okay, I have the bank account in SDFC, and you are Y, who has bank account in PNB. So I am providing you the check of 3 lakh rupees. Now you have got this check, you will present this check to your presenting bank, and you will provide this check in PNB, and you will fill the form. After that, the check the bank has got, now the check will be scanned, the image will be taken, and this image, the scanned image, the captured and scanned image will be sent to the clearinghouse interface. Now this clearinghouse interface will take this picture, will send the data, will send this image to the paying bank, or to the bank where I have the account, where the payer has the account. So now this bank, this is the SDFC Bank, that will check the image, and then after checking the image, use the CHI, that is the clearinghouse interface, for processing the payment when the image has been checked, that okay, this is a true check that we need to clear. So I hope you have understood that instead of physically sending the check, now what is happening, the scanned photo, the scanned image is being sent, okay, and that is being checked. So I hope you have understood this process very clearly, and this is the check truncation system. Now, what is the PPS that has been brought in the check truncation system? So making the check payment secure with positive pay system. So there were many frauds that could happen with the check. So I am giving you the check of 10,000, let's say. You are adding 10 and you are making it 1 lakh. Or some other kind of mistake is happening, like the date is of 2 March, but you are making it, let's say it is of 20th March, but you are making it 10 March or something. So the check is being bounced because I do not have that much money in my account at that particular date. So such kind of mistakes can happen. So making check payment secure with positive pay system, so that this kind of mistake do not happen. So through this system, through the positive pay system, what I will do as a issuer of the check, so I am Kritika, that will provide the account number, check amount, check date, and the payee, that is the beneficiary name, that is Y. So I will provide all these information to my bank upfront, that okay, I have given this check of this much amount, it is 10,000 only, it is not 1 lakh. So I will provide all these informations in front, upfront to my bank, so that the bank has all the information, and when the check is coming to this bank, the bank is able to understand that okay, this is a true check or not. So I hope you have understood the positive pay system a little. Let's clear it further. So check truncation system or image based clearing system in India is a project of the RBI that started in New Delhi, Chennai and Mumbai as a pilot, respectively on these dates. So it started from 2008. So I hope you have understood the check truncation system. Through this, what is happening, that the image based clearing system has started. The presenting bank that has got the check is sending the check, not physically but electronically, digitally the check has been sent through the image. Okay, so for the faster clearing of the checks, before it used to take a lot of time to physically send the check to the particular bank, but now electronically it is happening. That is quite fast. So the PPS is a mechanism that is created by the National Payments Corporation of India that requires the bank account holder. So I am Kritika. So what I have to do is I have to submit the details of the check that I am issuing. So this is the check of 3 lakhs rupees that I am issuing. So I have to provide the information, the details to my bank. Okay, if the check is of a large value, okay, large value 3 lakh, 5 lakh or something, where they hold the savings account. So I will provide the details to my bank where I have the savings account on which the check is being drawn, on the savings account from the bank where the check is being drawn. So these details have to be submitted before the check is presented for the clearance. The check details can be submitted by various modes. So I can provide the details through the mobile app of the bank, or I can provide the details through the internet banking or through the SMS. So through these forms, I can present the details to my bank. So here is the notification that was provided by the RBI regarding the PPS. So the concept of positive pay involves a process of reconfirming key details of large value checks. So under this process, what happens, that the issuer of the check, that is I, have to submit electronically the details of the check. Okay. So through various channels, I can submit the details through the SMS, through the internet banking, through the mobile app, through the ATM also I can present the details to my bank. So certain minimum details of the check has to be presented, that is the date, the name of the beneficiary, the payee, the amount, etc. To the drawee bank, so from where the money has to be drawn, that is the paying bank, that is my bank, I have to provide the information. So the details will be cross-checked with the check that will be coming to the drawee bank or the paying bank, that is the SDFC bank, for in my case, in the example that I have given before. So the SDFC bank will check the image through the CTS that has come of the check with the details that I have provided. So the NPCI shall develop the facility of positive pay in the check truncation system and make it available to the participant banks, that the NPCI has already done, because this is the notification of 2020. So the NPCI has already provided the facility of PPS to the banks. Banks in turn shall enable it for all account holders. So all the account holders of a particular bank, I am the account holder of SDFC. So all the account holders of SDFC, let's say, they will have this system of positive pay system, through which they can provide the information, they can provide the details of checks of 50,000 and above. Okay, so here the RBI had said that using the PPS in case for checks of 50,000 and above presented in CTS would be at the account holder's discretion. If I want to provide the details to the bank, then only I will do it. Okay, so for the 50,000 and above, it is the discretion of the account holders that I want to use this PPS or I do not want to use this PPS. So while availing this facility of PPS, it is my discretion, it is the discretion of the account holder that they want to use it or not. Otherwise, the check will be directly cleared. I do not have to provide the details to my bank. Directly the check will come in the scanned format to the my bank, and directly the check will be cleared if I am not providing the information, if I have not used this PPS. But the RBI said, the RBI advise the banks that they should make it mandatory. They should make the PPS mandatory for the checks of rupees 5 lakh and above. 50,000, it's not a big amount. So if the fraud is happening, that can be catered to. But if the check is coming of 5 lakh and above, so there the PPS should be made mandatory. Okay, so that the check is also coming and that check can be verified through the details that the issuer of the check has provided. Okay, so only those checks which are compliant with above instructions will be accepted under the dispute resolution mechanism at the CTS grid. So if the PPS has been done, if the PPS was used by the account holder for 50,000 and above any amount, then any dispute is happening, so that will be checked under the CTS grid. So the directive is issued under section 10(2) of read under the section 18 of Payment and Settlement System Act of 2007, and banks are advised to create adequate awareness among the among the customers on features of PPS also through the SMS alerts and everything. So I hope you have understood regarding the PPS. It has been advised by the RBI to make it mandatory for the checks of 5 lakh and above, but it is at the discretion of the account holder if the amount is 50,000 and above. Okay, so now the PNB has made the PPS mandatory for check payments over rupees 5 lakh and above. So the PNB, Punjab National Bank, has taken the advice of the Reserve Bank of India, has made the PPS mandatory for the check payments of rupees 5 lakh and above in an effort to protect the customers from any kind of fraud that can happen through the check. So this will become effective from next month only, that is April 5, 2023, as per the PNB press release. So previous threshold, that is from April 2022. Okay, that is in the previous year, we can say the PNB made the PPS mandatory for rupees 10 lakh and above checks. But now the PNB has followed the RBI guidelines and followed the RBI advice and made it mandatory for 5 lakh and above. So that is the change that has happened. Previously, it was for the PPS was made mandatory by PNB for rupees 10 lakh and above. Now it has been made mandatory for 5 lakh and above. In this news article, particularly the PPS, you needed to understand what is the minimum threshold. Minimum threshold is 50,000 and above. If you are giving the check of rupees 1,000, 10,000, so that cannot come under PPS, only 50,000 and above. That also, in that also RBI has advised for making it mandatory for 5 lakh and above. For 50,000 and above, it is not mandatory, it is as per the discretion of the account holder. Like I am giving a check to my mother, I know that nothing will happen to that check. So I should not make a fuss of providing the PPS. But if I am providing this check of 1 lakh rupees, okay, that is at my discretion, I should provide the PPS or not. I am paying this to some third person, that is some company, let's say. So I am a little confused that this company can do some fraud. So then I will provide the PPS. So you can understand the difference. Okay, for 5 lakh and above, it has been made, it has been advised to make mandatory by the banks. Okay, by the RBI to the banks. So through the internet banking, the PPS, the details can be provided through the PNB one, that is the PNB's mobile app. iMobile is the ICICI Bank's a mobile app. So through these, the positive pay system can be used, and through these, the details can be provided. You can see that how easy it is. Okay, it is not a big fuss. So now the second news article, the RBI to set up new data center and cybersecurity training institute. So the Shaktikanta Das, that is the governor of the RBI, has laid the foundation stone for the establishment of the data center and the establishment of the enterprise computing and cybersecurity training institute. So you can understand that the Reserve Bank of India is the regulator of, is the monitoring authority of the banks, of many of the NBFCs, of the all India financial institutions. So the RBI is on the daily basis, on the real time basis also, the RBI is collecting the information It is maintaining, it is seeing that the regulatory requirements are being maintained by the banks, are being maintained by the NBFC or not, as well as it is also disseminating and spreading the information also. So you can understand that on the real time basis, the RBI has to collect the data, has to present the data, has to spread the data, disseminate the data. As well as RBI has such huge database. On the daily basis, the real time basis, the data is pouring in the RBI, to the RBI, and all over the country's data is presented to the RBI. Even the government's data is with the RBI for the government securities and all. So you can understand that how important it is, how important the cyber security becomes for the RBI's data. So Computing and Cybersecurity Training Institute has also been laid foundation stone by the RBI. So the new data center and the Enterprise Computing and Cybersecurity Training Institute will be spread over an area of 18.55 acres when commissioned, when it will start. So recently only the foundation stone has been set up. It is not like the establishment has been done or the working has been started. So for the establishment, the foundation stone has been laid in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Okay. So when it is commissioned, when it will start working, it will cater to the emerging requirements of the Reserve Bank and the financial sector. Okay. So the governor in his remarks acknowledged the critical role that is played by the technology in supporting the activities of the financial sector and the RBI over the years, and recently it has helped a lot in RBI for collecting the information, especially in the COVID time, especially in the pandemic time. The moratoriums are being given that the loans should be paid after this much time. Recently, what is the CRAR that is being maintained, the regulatory requirements are being maintained by the banks or not. So robust recovery during the pandemic and the banks' resilience and stability that they maintained. So here the importance was also given to the technology, that it has helped a lot, and for RBI to understand that what is happening to the banks, to help the banks in the time of requirement, the technology has helped a lot. He highlighted the need for augmenting the existing computing infrastructure. So he has highlighted that, okay, we have good computing infrastructure, good technologies we have, but we have to enhance the existing computing infrastructure and of the RBI, supported by the cutting edge facility for the research and capacity building in emerging areas, so that the central banks, the RBI's technology and cybersecurity can be enhanced and RBI can be made future ready. So I hope you have understood that the RBI is the one that is regulating, monitoring all the banks and the NBFCs and all. And the RBI is the one that is in need, that has to continuously work on the enhancement of its institution, of its infrastructure, so that there is no breach of the data that can happen. There is no hacking or something like that that can happen. So the RBI is continuously working on enhancing the technology, on using the cutting edge technology. And so for that, the new data center will be established. The foundation stone has been laid. The new institute for the cybersecurity training and the computing will be established. Okay, the foundation stone has been laid. So this is the first question. I hope you have understood about the PPS and you will be easily able to answer this question. And this is the second question where it will be established that you have to tell. Okay, very easy question. So thank you very much. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Join our Telegram channel. The PDF of this session will be provided in our Telegram channel. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.